we've played 4 games of Dota, and our total play time between these two teams is, I believe, just under 2 hours. I mean, that's not a lot of time at all.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And I'm a fan of this. I love drafting. I can't wait to see how the drafting and the meta in the best of 5 evolves as the games go on.
Yes.
The only thing I will hope for with what we've seen so far this tournament is that it's not a clean sweep. I think Elephant definitely have it in them to win 1, maybe 2 games. I think LGD, they definitely have to be favoured here.
Yeah. And, you may love drafting and watching in a best of 5. I love watching drafting. It's one of my favorite things because I like when you start thinking of things like game 2, game 3, where you're like, well, they have to do this, like the techies last time.
Yeah.
I think if anything, that's what should be giving Elephant hope. The amount of times that an underdog has come in and won this tournament. CDC, Vici have come in and they've won the tournament. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at what was it, season 1, and see if that was the team that was, the top team that we thought was going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposed to. I was going to use that word too, actually. I don't know if you saw it on my face. But that was what I was going to say. And, if you're Elephant, you must feel good about history's past coming into this one. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. Who knows,
Mm-hmm. I get you.
You could be the next CDC. I'm pretty sure Vici won season 1 as well, right? I want to say that's what happened. It went Vici, CDC, and then Vici again. And now we're here.
That sounds likely. So, LGD, in a shocking turn of events, have picked Undying first. Now, I know...
Unheard of.
Now, I know everybody's going to be like, wow, they don't usually do this, but guys, this is just what they're going to go for, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is interesting. So already, the Lina can be flexed between 4 and 2, which is obviously why we see it banned so much, because not only that, it's like a really strong hero as well. Mm-hmm. I was wondering if they would want to just double down on this off-lane potential duo, or if they just go for this like safe 5 that they know they can build off in the second phase of the picks, because I think you don't want to necessarily pick your offlaner here and then let LGD go.
It's here! It's here! It's finally here! Oh my god, we have waited every single day of the event, and game 1, it is here. It's coming home, Mo. It's coming home. It's finally here. And you know how happy chat's gonna be? They're gonna be so excited. We're game 1. It's here. It's here. It's here. Jinkyu Techies, it's finally here. Let the papers know. Come on and get your paper, because Jinkyu Techies is here. I've never been more excited in a draft ever. It doesn't even need to win. I want to see 5 games, but it's finally here. And this is big because, here's the biggest point about this. Yes, it's exciting to see Techies, but the most important thing becomes if Elephant can beat it, and if they don't, do they ban it? And does that force Elephant into a position where if you can't beat this Techies, do you now feel forced to ban it? Because teams stopped banning it against LGD because they weren't picking it, and they were giving up that ban slot. But now LGD's here to prove, hey, you still have to ban Techies against us.
And the thing is, as well, it's different to last OGA Dota Pit, where when we talked about Vici playing against the Techies in the final before, they knew that LGD were definitely picking it, because they'd been picking it the whole tournament, and they'd been very good and successful with it, so they planned for it to beat it. It'll be interesting to see whether Elephant have planned for it the same way, because they haven't played it so far this whole tournament. If they're not expecting them to prioritize this Techie so highly because they haven't been playing it the rest of the tournament, then maybe they haven't been preparing for it. But you can see already from their Elephant bans that they know the heroes that they need to get rid of when this Techies is the 4. We saw Faithbian playing that Tiny 3 and the Magnus 3 as 2 of the bigger heroes to pair up with the Techies in the lane. Ooh. So, yeah. I would also say I think the Techies pick makes more sense against the Ogre, because you're playing against this more passive 5 that isn't... It's not like this Earth Spirit or something that can invade your jungle really easily and whatnot. So we saw that from Vici before last season, that they picked this 4 that would run around the map and just non-stop trying to swap the Techies. Ogre doesn't have that capability really. It's not the same.
Okay. and it could be Lena 4, Ogre 5. Would you rather the Lena be 4 or the 5 at this point in the draft?
Oh, it's
Like,
definitely
are
an
you
Ogre
thinking down the
5.
line? Well, no, I'm saying, would you rather the Lena the 4 or the 2?
Oh, 4 of the 2.
That's what I meant. Sorry, I said 4 or 5.
At the point, you don't decide yet. Like, I think it depends what the... I think Lena 4 is okay against Undying in particular, so it's more than happy to play it there. Like, it can just as easily be a 2 as well. It depends what value they feel like they could get out of the last pick in the other position. So, like, if they feel like there's a 4 or a 2 that they would value more, they can just wait to decide then. I like this.
Yeah, I really like this Night Stalker pick. I wonder how well it's going to do against the techies, because that's who I feel like it might want to stop at the moment. Get yourself the silence on top of the techies. Really, what does he do without his blast off? Nothing. Unless they happen to run into mines, and you're basically on top of him, and it becomes a free kill, right?
So the vision's really good against the techies from the Dark Ascension, but it's also really good against the Void Spirit. Like, just because techies get picked, you can't, like, zoom in on that hero as the reason why they're picking everything, right? The Night Stalker is still something that has been really strong this tournament. It's good against Void Spirit. Like, Night Stalker Lena sounds like a really good lane against an Undying as well, because he has such high armor. Like, he is difficult to bully even with Decay.
Yeah, so, I don't think I was as much saying that that's the only reason they're picking that Night Stalker. Just,
the only reason.
It works like that. You can jump on this techies with the Night Stalker. We'll see what they go for LGD. Looks like they still need an off and a... oh my god. LGD's a toxic team. They are going to all the picks that people who play against them hate to play against. Viper techies, I feel like those are two heroes that it's just like, get me out. Get me out now.
Their draft is a little bit wonky in the sense that they don't really have any team fight, apart from our Tombstone, I guess, and they don't really have great catch either. It's like only really this, like, Void Spirit. So I already think when Elephant, if they can get to their BKB timings at a good time, you look at this LGD lineup, what are they going to do? Ooh. Okay.
And that Arc Warden's been very popular. A lot of teams have been liking going to that Arc Warden. Whether it be mid or safe lane, I guess we'll find out. Specifically Elephant, I believe, have been playing it both mid and safe lane, where Somnus would play it mid. You have Eurus to play something else in the safe lane. They have done some greedy drafts with Arc Warden in the mid, and that's what kind of gets me a little bit scared, because this LGD lineup, there's a point where I think, like, you can just get run at. Level 6, Viper and Void Spirit are going to come at you, and if you're not prepared for that, you're in trouble. So I'm wondering what they want to do, again, either safe or mid, because I think if it becomes too greedy of a lineup, they might find themselves too slow to handle it.
Yeah, I think it's likely to be Void Spirit. Which one goes off lane? Which goes mid? I guess it depends what they pick as their 1/2 on Elephant, like you say, and where they move the Arc Warden. I think already LGD, this lineup is one of these things that if they get ahead, I think they'll feel really good. But if they start to fall behind, like, this Night Stalker is just going to control the game, and they can't. Like we said, they don't really have great team fight and catch, so it's going to be really difficult for them to take those engagements.
Yeah, I agree, because this is not a lineup. Like, we see that a lot with Jin Q techies, is when he's ahead, he can make himself a lot of farm, and he can really, pump up the jam. But when they start to find themselves behind, he doesn't get a lot of farm. He feels like he's not doing as much. All of a sudden, you've kind of got this... It's a very fragile forward to play. I think his game is very, dependent on how that early mid game goes. And LGD, at least for the most part right now, they really haven't picked anything that's going to go and fall back into the jungle. And it looks like they're going to let Jinkyu get prioritization on taking that farm. At least for the most part, they could go and fall back into something else. The fact that Sven is untouched in this draft is kind of like, well, LGD could just go Sven safe lane, and all of a sudden, you've got this hard hitter. He could take care of some of that jungle farm, and it's Sven. So, they already want to, I don't know, exit out of this game against Viper techies, but Viper techie Sven?
Get
me out.
The whole I'm glad that Sven's not being picked in this game one, but I think we'll definitely see it later on in the series. I cannot imagine that hero being completely untouched, and I think it's very specific for the heroes that have been picked this game is why it's been ignored. Like I think the Night Stalker specifically, like they need something that slows the game down more on Elephant. I think with this Arc Warden and stuff. Oh, so I think it'll probably be.
It could be Midnight Star. Whoa! First Naga pick, 2 of the tournament. What is going on, LGD? I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my god, I love it.
Did we have this conversation the other day about where Naga had gone? Did we do this?
We did.
I think it's a really good Naga game in the sense that they don't have great magic damage. And they don't have great ways of clearing illusions. So I think Elephant are already thinking, about moving the Lena to a 2 rather than potentially they would have put the Nature's Prophet in mid instead.
Yeah.
Because they realise that they need more wave clear and more like magic damage to shove illusions in and things like that. This is interesting.
Yeah, this is kind of... And I don't know if this is like low tier analysis here. And correct me the second it starts to sound ridiculous. Naga is a hero you chase. It always feels like you're chasing Naga somewhere. Just survives, you're chasing her into the jungle, you're like, let's just kill her, come on.
Let's just kill her.
That's where Techies has his advantages. Oh, we're about to kill the Naga, chase her into the jungle, go high ground. Boot up. What was that sound?
Was that the miner or the sleep?
Yeah, seriously. Well, because you're gonna get the sleep into a stasis trap, into a couple of mines.
I know the combo B cut. When Techies hits level 25, it's the sleep into the moving mines. Oh my god.
Any other year, this feels like this could be a 120-minute game. They still play a fast-paced Techies. We haven't seen their Naga Siren yet. I don't think this is going to be some 50-minute game because it never feels like it's going to be that game with Jinkyu on the Techies. Naga is a different story, though.
I think Elephant could really pick up the tempo themselves, though, as well. The only thing I will say is this 10th pick Naga is really good. Like FYI can't really do anything to it in the laning stage, and neither can Yang. So the Naga should have a really good start to the game. And like we said, they don't really deal with the illusions very well. I could see this game easily going to 60 minutes plus, though. I think it's one of those. It's like Arc Warden versus Naga Techies. Nobody wins.
It's 3 hours later, and we're just in a Naga Techies game.
Wasn't it LGD Elephant that had that really long game recently?
Not in this tournament.
Not in this tournament, but in... What was the tournament just before this? Who's the 100-minute game?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was then, Elephant and LGD with the Techies, and they lost with the Techies,
I can't believe they had a 100-minute game, and then they've started the final of this series, and they've been like, do you know what we should do? Techies Naga versus Arc Warden Nature's Prophet. Let's do it again. Let's just repeat.
Do you think that this is like a dominance showing?
What, with the Techies, you mean, and stuff?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I think it's an endurance thing?
It's a best of 5 meta. It's exactly as you described it when they picked it. I was completely in agreement with you that it forces... If they win with this, then Elephant have to be forced to think about it for the rest of the best of 5. If LGD lose with it, I think they'll just ignore it and just do whatever they did before again. But it's almost, laying down the law in game 1 kind of thing.
Yeah. Here's our hatchet. Can you beat it?
Mm-hmm. I get 3 rings as well.
Easy. There's something to look out for because obviously Jinkyu here over bottom. Yeah, I'm waiting for what we saw Vici do, which was place the ward in the jungle back here to block this camp.
Yeah, but again, I think it's much more difficult when you're playing Ogre because then the Viper will just get to 1v1 this Arc Warden as well, which Arc does not like. Look at Red Panda already as well.
They're bringing a third in here. He's already in trouble. It's Nether Toxin level 1, but there's the blast off, and I think they're going to have this kill on the Red Panda if they could just navigate their way through these trees.
Yeah, I get him.
Yeah.
I love
Techies
that play
actually gets first blood.
I love that play from Innocence as well, that he waits to TP top lane until they get the first blood. And then he's going to go top like really soon.
Yeah, I don't think Naga's going to die in this lane immediately.
Yeah.
So he has the ability to stay here bottom and do something like that. Secure first blood, secure that lane a little bit, secure the techies game.
Now Viper's level 2 as well, they're just going to start clicking. I think that first look going to techies is the worst thing that could have happened for them as well. Like, this is the hero that you don't want to give a good start at all.
Oh, and he doesn't care if he dies here, I don't think.
He's not
Wasting
dying,
that regen is what he's gonna love. Yeah, he doesn't even die, and I think that's just such a benefit because he's done so much damage to Eurus as well as Red Panda. Eurus pops a salve. All he's got is one tango left. Ogre only has one tango, and that's where these couriers, they're going to be very important to keep. Because if you don't keep these couriers, then you can't ferry out regen. And honestly, the Arc Warden doesn't even have regen coming out. Nature's Prophet just TPing away.
Shinky's pretending to body block the small camp as well, even though it's sentried. That's so cute. It's just the little details. Innocence finds the D-Ward top lane as well. I mean, we have to say, in terms of CS, this laning stage going really well for Elephants so far. Like, I think the Lina does really well against the Void Spirit. I think the Arc Warden, even though it gets pressured hard in the bot lane, I think it should be okay. Like, as levels start to come through, maybe it gets a bit more difficult, but it should be okay still. And top lane, like, it's just Night Stalker versus Naga, and they should both just trade farm.
Yeah, how do you run in on this hero? How do you run in on the Naga?
They don't really have damage to kill the Naga, but they also don't really have damage to kill the Night Stalker. So it kind of goes both ways.
Like, I don't think FY really does that much in terms of being able to chase this Naga Siren. It doesn't have a Blightstone. It's boots into Ironwood branches. And Naga's already level 4. Like, this is going really well for Ame at the moment. A Tombstone Song with Mines. I think their setup is really good. Faith Beyond bottom is in a lot of trouble, and it looks like he's going to fall here. The damage coming out from both the Arc Warden as well as the Ogre once Jinkyu leaves the lane.
He was about to go finish this. He's trying to finish the small camp as well, if you saw, but he realizes that he needs to go and collect the XP from bot lane now because his Viper's dead.
I think he's fine getting a little bit of experience, though.
Yeah, like he's more than okay with this. Now that what's the Ogre doing? Interesting.
Coming over mid. Oh,
I was just securing
Red
the
Panda. He could just be dead if the blast off lands here. Ooh.
Close. Where's the Viper?
Can he get it?
Where's the Viper? He's got so much armor on Ogre.
38 damage.
It's not
Puts him
happening.
back though.
It's not happening, B-Cop. Unfortunately.
It's close, and now he's close to that energy booster. So he's close to getting the arcane boots. That'll feel great, and then on top of that, he's really praying that he can get himself the arcane ring in the neutrals. Because I think like 80% of the time we've watched Jinkyu on techies, he's gotten the arcane ring.
Yeah, he also just didn't buy out for the arcanes as he passed the shop. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I'm just fascinated by this techies every time he plays it.
Because it's interesting to watch his movements and learn a little bit of how he plays this hero. Because as much as we've seen it, it still feels like I don't know everything, or even close to the way he plays this hero so successfully. FY coming over. They're gonna go for this, and there's the ignite on the Faith Beyond. I think Jinkyu at this point just needs to leave. Right clicks onto FY, goes for the blast off, but it's a complete miss, and he'll deny himself.
Yeah, he has to do that whether he lands the spell or not, though, because he would die if he doesn't use it, right? But the fact he doesn't kill FY, very unfortunate for LGD. But again, I don't know, this Naga's having an amazing time top. Yes, so's Night Stalker, but I don't think the Night Stalker has the damage to kill the Naga even at night time, right? So
I didn't know that FY has the Bleak Hallucination on this Nature's Prophet set, too.
oh my god, these cosmetics, Jesus. I hate the
know it's not
cosmetic
your
talk.
cup of tea.
I was talking to Dan Offman the other day as well. Were you there for that? And he was saying that he really hates cosmetics, and I was like, oh, you know what? Thank God, somebody else. Oh, Red Panda.
Red Panda.
Oh,
My
yeah,
love for
dying's
him
come over.
going down a little bit. And I think that's okay. Eurus taking a lot of damage. Faith Beyond able to get that kill onto the Arc Warden. They also get the Ogre. They bring a third down here. And again, it's... I think this Naga lane right now is similar to the Lifestealer lane, where...
Yes.
You know, you can leave him by himself and then have your 5 roam around.
But it works in this game because it was the 10th pick Naga, so they saw everything. Like, Lifestealer is not anywhere near as safe. Sorry, Naga's not anywhere near as safe as the Lifestealer pick,
Ooh,
but for this
blast
game
off.
it is.
Red Panda, he's going to die here. I don't know if they even get Jinkyu. He's going to try and maybe finagle his way out of this, but he doesn't have a TP, so Night Stalker comes over, and they're rotating a lot of heroes here for Elephant. That leaves Naga to a free lane, and over mid right now at least, Innocence is just taking over the experience as Void Spirit has come bottom too.
I'm almost going for the Midas as well on Naga, which is something we saw a lot of when the hero was being regularly picked. And it's no surprise for LGD that they're running at this area of the map away from the Naga. They just want to give her as much space as possible. If they do end up bleeding kills, you know, at least it's to an area of the map that it doesn't really matter, right? If the Naga's farming, then it's fine.
So here come the neutral items. And Techies is going to ask for an early Christmas gift of getting Arcane Ring.
Yeah, and what we saw from this Techies before is you see, he gets to like this point in the game, and he goes and like double stacks these 2 camps up in the top jungle. So I'm wondering at what point he wants to do that. Oh god, bot lane.
Yeah, the trade is there. Faith Beyond getting traded for Eurus. They'll bring over Somnus. Somnus walking over to the side. He doesn't actually have the mana for a Laguna Blade. They'll commit the Tombstone. Aether Remnant. Tombstone taking some right clicks. Soul Ripped, but still giving up 150 gold.
See, this is the kind of game where I love the Tombstone max. But in China, they seem to do it every single game. Because they don't really have that...
Okay. Go. Yeah.
I was just going to say, they don't really have the hero to play around for like a max soul rip that we like usually see in EU. But the Tombstone will have good value this game. Because it's like kind of really their only good team fight. They have Song into Tombstone as well, which is quite funny. I don't know if you've ever seen that. You just build up all the zombies.
And they could also just drop mines under them too.
Yeah.
Who did he give up that Ironwood tree to?
On who?
Oh, I guess nobody's taking it. And then Keen Optic is on the courier for Undying. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought you'd want to take the tree on the Naga and then give the Ocean Heart to the Void Spirit, but...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm just surprised nobody's
it
taking it.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Viper's going to get this bot tier 1 here, but if you look
Top lane, though.
she has no mana for TP, though.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They can't chase, though.
Too quick.
They brought 4 heroes for this. That's going to open up the map elsewhere. They already got the bottom
Look at the
tier
Naga
1.
illusions in the top lane. They're like pulling the wave away from the tower.
Wow.
Which kind of goes both ways in the sense that, yeah, that's really good, but now they're going to have a double wave pushing the tower in. There's absolutely no way LGD are defending this, I'm sure.
Is under attack.
So Techies actually ends up getting the trusty shovel. Probably not what he wanted overall. I'm surprised again if the Ironwood tree isn't getting used, that why isn't he using it?
I think he used to go Arcane Soul Ring and then for the axe?
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower is under attack. Dire's
But
top
he
tower
might just be
has
rushing that axe, and we'll see what he could do with it. He's already got the point booster.
But my question is, why would he skip the Soul Ring this game, effectively? Right? What? I mean, I have no idea. I hate this hero with a burning passion, but...
Aether Remnant. And again, you're throwing these trees, or throwing these mines into the trees, and you're making it very difficult for the Radiant side to try and defend this tower. Wrath of Nature comes in. They're going to bring in the Night Stalker. A lot of damage on a Red Panda. They've got themselves the stun from the mines, but Faith Beyond taking a lot of damage. The blast off hits onto 3 of these heroes. It's actually 2 heroes in the Tempest double. They get the kill into Xingqiu as well as Innocence. They end up losing F5 Faith Beyond on the run, but ending up dying to the Void of Yang on this Night Stalker.
Yeah, good fight for Elephant. Like, they need to make sure they defend this tier 1 religiously, like over and over again, all the time. And you see the Ogre just runs in, and even if Red Panda dies there, he doesn't care. Like, as long as he's keeping his tier 1 tower alive, just runs in and starts hitting the tombstone. Doesn't care about all this damage he's taking because he knows he's like this meat shield at the front. Lina.
Ooh. In trouble, getting low, but the blast off the... Somnus has that early Yules, but now they've got the mine, and they're going to get the kill on Somnus, but before they're able to do so, the Laguna Blade kills off. Nothing to say.
Yeah, nothing to say. Didn't realize the status trap was going to go off, so set the Remnant off to land in a different position.
Yeah. They're still trying to defend this tier 1 tower mid. Innocent's taking a lot of damage, but
yeah, they have to defend this.
Elephant.
They have to defend this with everything they have, though. Because once the tier 1 mid goes down, like, these Naga illusions can just go wherever they want and shove lanes out, like cut waves, invade the enemy jungle. But Arme is farming so well at the moment. He's having a really good time. But it's the other 2 heroes on LGD that I'm slightly worried about.
Yeah, Void Spirit and Viper don't exactly have a lot of farm at the moment.
I love this battle of the greedy pos 4, though. It's Nature's Prophet versus Techies.
Scan on to Techies.
I love that you bought a Quelling Blade as well. Yeah, the Undying has one too. When you play against this Nature's Prophet with the Sprout, you need to make sure you have that instant cut always available.
Yules and Innocence. Wrath of Nature comes in. Red Panda gets the kill.
Just comes in and snipes it.
That's who they wanted to give the kill to.
Xingqiu.
And Xingqiu's in trouble too. Laguna Blade out and they get the kill on him. They're just running down these heroes.
Are you ready for the Lina to run into the mines? I'm so ready.
Oh, well. That works.
Oh, I think that, are they pinging them? Do they know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. It wasn't the Lina.
Matter.
It wasn't the Lina, it was the Ogre. Nothing to say takes the mid tier 1 though at the same time. So, I mean, overall, great. Like, last couple of minutes for LGD. Keep their top tier 2 alive, take mid tier 1, kill the Ogre, Naga's free farming.
That is upsetting if you're Red Panda. They're going to look. They're going to come over towards bottom. They might be able to catch Yang. They do have Song. Or just the net. And now the Astral Step. They've got the silence on it too, but there's the blast off. He's silenced himself. They should be able to get the kill, and they will. Eurus comes in with a Tempest double. Xingqiu taking a lot of damage, and he's killed off by Eurus. Tombstone Gold going their way as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh. I don't know. Naga versus Arc Warden Beacop. Who do we favour?
Arc Warden going Mjolnir. Naga going Manta. I would say Arc Warden's probably not as cooldown reliant with the, you know, he's not waiting on Song. There's a point where Naga doesn't exactly need the Song to be too effective, right?
Well, it's always going to be good with the Tombstone.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm saying, like, it's not always a necessity to have, you know, have that to fight.
Oh, if you think there's going to be a lot of fighting Beacop this game, especially 30 minutes plus, I hate to tell you, there is a lot of split push this game from both teams. It's like Naga Illusions, Nature's Prophet, like Arc Warden can go and split push with the clone. So it's not needed to fight. Yeah, you're right, but I don't know how often we're going to see the Song 4 a fight. It's probably just going to be to split push and escape a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me, at least. And there's a Manta coming out on the Naga already. 15 minutes. Well,
is it already finished?
Treads.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm assuming she's going to go BOTs on the Naga next, like, or at some point. Ooh, Scardy. Okay. 2 range cores, sure. Makes your illusions tanky. Check.
Smoke up from LGD. It's the 3-4-5 that are going to make the move towards top, looking for Yang. And
are they
if
not
they start
TPing
with the
anybody
blast
in?
off, they'll be happy. And there's the tombstone down, Rod of Atos. Viper strike on a Yang. He'll try to TP out, but there's the damage from Jin Q to get the kill.
He has axe though.
Now, did he go straight axe?
Yeah,
Racer
I mean,
axe,
why
yeah.
not? Game's going long, so just build this item that allows you to farm. There's no point going like Blink B, give me this game, I don't think.
And that's
You'd be
really
so
important
miserable.
considering the Night Stalker we've seen have a lot of struggle farming at times.
Radiant's top
Yeah, but
tower
it's also
is
like
under
against the
attack.
Naga, like we've said, they need more ways of clearing illusions and things. And Axe does that.
Where's this
Radiant's top tower has
Ags?
fallen.
800 gold away from Jin Q getting his Ags. His farm's
Got the keen
okay,
uptick, by the
but
way.
you could definitely see the split in the LGD heroes, and it is pretty big, honestly.
Genuinely surprised that Innocence didn't go for Midas on Undying. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting right now. He actually maxed Soul Rip as well. Wow. Okay. I guess there's no point maxing Tombstone if you're not ever fighting.
Well, 144.
Dire's middle
So what he's looking at right now.
Yeah, but he's maxed Soul Rip before Tombstone.
Oh, like, yeah, we saw it before.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Hey, who's that tower? A little less willing to try and defend on that, right? So FY's got a Midas, and Arc Warden's got a Midas.
This Naga might be in trouble here.
Has Song in 4. They're going to come over. Tombstone down on the high ground. Can they get the Tombstone kill? Yes, they can. 175 gold for Yang. And now the damage onto the Night Stalker. Ooh, Blast Off actually ends up missing, but they've got the Astro Step as well as the Resonant Pulse on the Yang. They'll get the kill there onto the Night Stalker. Laguna Blade. They have the damage. Yule survives, and we'll be able to walk it out.
Yeah, great Soul Rip from Innocence just before he used as well. So, 2 reasons he stays alive. Because, you know, casting Yules on himself, but also that Soul Rip just about gets there in time.
Damage for nothing to say. Fill up that bottle. He also shipped a salve out towards him. Or towards himself.
Okay, so Jinky's about to finish the Axe.
Yeah. 250 gold away. He should know that there's a sentry here. They were dewarding, or not dewarding, demining that area.
Yeah, but okay, so the reason you place them here though is because like look at the vision of the trees. Like if they ever come into deward, it's because they either on the high ground on the right hand side, which is really unlucky, or they're running in from the left. Like they'll hear the mines go off, but as soon as they hit by the
Radiant's
status,
has been killed.
Yeah. And there's the Ags. Somnus trying to catch nothing to say. FY's coming over to simulate. And the Sprout misses. Nothing to say. He's got his own Yules.
good
And here's
song.
the song from Naga. Question is, who are they going to go for? They've used the Wrath of Nature. They'll go in onto Somnus. He'll die very quickly. So does Red Panda. Now their attention is on to FY, where they've got the Yules from nothing to say. They'll lock him down. They'll get the ensnare and finish him off. Double kill for Ame. 3 for nil in the favor of LGD.
That was really well played by Arme though. Like as soon as the song went off, he split 2 illusions off to the Lena, and then used like one of his illusions on his hero, I think it was, to kill the ogre at the same time. So like the minus armor proccing from his illusions onto the Lena was enough damage between that and the Void Spirit to kill the Lena off. So it's just perfectly
Radiant's
split,
top tower
so they can
is
kill
under
both
attack.
heroes quickly.
GQ just farming away. He's gonna stack this camp. Radabatos
jungle.
was used. Faith Beyond being chased. Chased by the Tempest double, so he's okay. All of a sudden, LGD are up 4k, and they're 2,000 gold away from having the Scotty on Ame.
Yeah, he stopped off for BOTs first, which is absolutely fine. I thought this is what he'd do anyway, but I think in this kind of game that it's so slow, like you can set up for kills really easily by just TPing extra heroes in. Exactly how we saw in the top lane before.
Radiant
It's
are
really good.
scanning.
Stalker coming bottom. We'll spot Ame. And now it's time for him to try and run. He uses that Dark Ascension. Pretty significant.
Yeah, that's really good for
the Night Stalker's arsenal. By the way, Philosopher's Stone for the techies.
Is under attack.
Oh, good. This Dark Ascension usage is really good though, because it's going to be daytime until he has Dark Ascension, like when it runs out here. So like they can't really make any plays with the Night Stalker here. So he's basically not a hero for the next 95 seconds.
Night Stalker's recovered a bit. Or, nothing to say, he's recovered a bit. He's now ahead of the Night Stalker, is what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's the when they kept him alive around that bot active rune spawn, and then they kept him alive in top lane as well, with Arme coming in. Like, his game could have been completely different, but keeping him alive twice in a row there helps him massively. This Lina might be in trouble here.
Yeah, already
They're
sitting at
coming
about
over.
half health and needs to really get out of there.
They want the Lina, though. They don't want the Ogre, so you can see them, like, dancing around. Because they don't want to bump into the supports here, but...
Yeah, they bump into FY. They do a quick quarter of health out of the hands of FY. They'll kill off Red Panda, I believe. Can they get a second one in FY? No.
Yeah.
TP's not in time, so he is dead.
But the Lina doesn't die there, which is the biggest thing for Elephant. Yeah, it's like it's not a great fight for them, but if they were going to choose two heroes to die, it would be those two.
Naga's got the Scotty.
Skadi.
Right into the jungle, going into an Abyssal Blade. More lockdown, more control for their LGD. I really like where they're at right now, 4K, but that being said, Arc Warden, he's going Radiance. Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I guess against the illusions, it has a lot of value. When you're split pushing and things, especially. Yeah. Okay. I'm a bit baffled.
Also, the
Dire's top tower is
mine's
under
up
attack.
towards top. You can see that they took away the trees and they're just trying to keep the warding that way. They'll
Oh,
find
they caught
Yang with the
Yang.
song. And they've got the Aether Remnant, the Rod of Atos with the blast off coming in. Everybody
it makes
just
me laugh
jumping in
every
on this
time.
kill. What,
Blast
the
off just-
blast off?
Never ceases to amaze me how funny that spell is. And they're picking out Roche. They're thinking about going into the pit, and they do take it quickly with the Naga Riptide. All the illusions. They have like Flesh Golem Tombstone if they really needed it. Don't feel like it's necessary. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this Aegis doesn't change the game massively. I don't think if both teams are going to be, the Elephant especially now, just going to be wanting to keep split pushing.
Yeah, Naga just has so much already.
Your Shaman has fallen to the Dire.
This is pretty fast farming for a Naga Siren.
Ooh,
Just
FY?
24 minutes into the game. They'll catch FY. They've tried to TP him out. Do they have the damage? No, but they've got the Aether Remnant, so they'll stop the TP and then they'll finish him off.
And now they're just going to look to try and push in this mid tier 2, you'd imagine. And obviously they have the Arc Warden with the magnetic field to keep the tower alive a little bit longer, so it's difficult to push into, but
Is under attack.
they have Song in a few seconds, so this Arc Warden does have to be careful.
Yeah, they need to be
Yang?
very careful. They're going to go after Yang. Viper Strike used. Yang in trouble. He's been hit with the clumsy net. He ends up going down first in this fight. It looked like maybe that was going to be Red Panda, but he's able to get up the steps.
This Bloodlust tower absolutely owns, though. They have to, like, back off. He just starts chunking away at them.
GQ God. He's got that Aether Lens.
Yang has really struggled to have an influence in this game, though,
Dire's
from the
bottom
Night Stalker.
tower is under
And he
attack.
started off pretty, pretty big.
Yeah, but then it devolves into like the split pushing game, so the Night Stalker doesn't find the action that he really wants. He just struggles.
They do
Yes,
get
it's nice.
Innocence up top. Basher picked up for the Naga Siren. Farming up that Tempest double. Pushing in bottom.
I mean, to be honest, Innocence is probably just happy that he saw somebody die, even if it was himself. He's like, guys, I'm planning on dying. This game's so boring. Like, can we do something? Please.
He's only died 3 times. 2, 3, and 12.
Guys, my hero feels so rubbish in this kind of game. Like, guys, come on.
What's next here for Jinkyu? What does he normally go? Octarine?
Yeah, Octane, and he can go Hex if he really wants to lock down, but I don't think it's necessary at this point.
Game kind of slowing down once they picked up that Aegis, though, for nothing to say.
Oh, F1? Jesus. Like,
Oh,
guys, sorry, I
piece of
didn't
travel, okay. And the Radiance is finished for Arc Warden.
mean- Okay. This is a new one.
Radiant's
I'm not willing to... Oh, hang on,
Rip
Ogre.
Panda. He's getting caught. He's very dead.
They're doing really well at controlling this bot half of the map at the moment. You know, they're going to take this tier 2 on LGD. And you see at the same time, Elephant want to push this top lane in. But Techies has pre-mined the area so that it's going to be really difficult for them to achieve that. So they're effectively where they would have traded a tier 2 for a tier 2 on LGD. They get a tier 2 for, you know, not giving anything away.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
Naga
has
Siren
fallen.
taking care of that. Level 22 on the Naga Siren goes +1 Mirror Illusion, 10 Agility, 20 Movement Speed. At 25, I assume it's the evasion you want right now?
Oh, hang on. The clone's done. The clone just dies. Jesus. Evasion's good. I think -5 armor's still really good though as well. Like, depends whether you feel like you need the evasion or not. Like this game, I don't know how much value the evasion has. It's good against Arc Warden, but I think Naga's going to be happy against dealing like with the Arc Warden anyway, right?
Under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Can they get this top tower? I don't know. I think they can.
Army's TPing in though. He's like, if you he cancelled it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You can't put
Somebody
it as they're
cancel.
going mid-tier
Dire's
too.
top tower has fallen.
Right, okay. So they're going to look to just try and trade them, potentially. I don't know. I think if you're OGD, you have the Aegis for like another minute and a bit, but I don't think there's any pressure on you to make these things happen here. Like especially with your top tier 3 being shoved in a bit. Just get the Abyssal on the Naga, then look to go with the second Aegis, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Force staff next for Jinkyu. Gonna go on Red Panda once again. They have the damage very quickly to get that kill. The Tempest Double comes over and some mines will explode as Eurus is able to spot them out with this sentry over to the side. And there's the Abyssal.
Have they repair? Oh, they're repair kitting the mid tier 2 on Elephant. Okay. I look at where all 3 lanes are though at the moment. LGD are controlling the map really well right now with these
Yeah.
Naga illusions, with the techies pushing in top.
Get Naga just pushing in.
Techies went BOTs as well because he understands this game's all about split push.
FY.
Amazing.
In a lot of trouble. There's the Abyssal. Quickly killed by Ame. They'll retake the outpost at the 29-minute mark. Try to hold on to it. I don't think anybody's coming over.
Nothing to say almost says his BKB on the voice for it as well, which I think is probably a bigger deal than anything else at the moment in the game. Because when he gets this BKB, there isn't a huge amount of physical damage for him to worry about. So he can kind of just like go on whoever he wants at the start of the fight during this BKB duration. And you see Viper starting to build one as well. The Night Stalker and the Lina already have one.
Does Void Spirit have something coming out in the courier? Yeah, he's got his BKB. Okay. I was gonna say, where's all his gold gone? There it is. Techie's going and buying the tome, trying to get into that level 20 as quickly as possible. Really the level 18 as quickly as possible. Get those remote mines level 3. Because those do hurt.
Yeah, especially with the Ags. It's like 750 damage per mine. It's crazy.
Something that I noticed with the techie is, you know, he's not afraid to just throw a mine and pop it real quick. You know, he's not setting up for the future at all times. he's also can fight where it's like blast off, throw a mine, blow it up. You've got the axe. You're doing so much damage with the remote mine. You place that down with a proximity mine as well. If both mines go off, when you know you can probably kill someone real quick.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you didn't know anything about the hero that was casting it. Imagine if you said there was a 750 damage AoE nuke that you could throw into the fight. Because he has Aether Lens as well, and the axe, the cast range is crazy.
Coming over, but Song to leave, and I think that's okay.
Goodness, guys, we almost had a fight. Just these 5-on-5s are completely unacceptable. Pickoffs only. Chill out, all right? I really don't understand this Radiance Arc Warden, though.
Is it enough for the illusions, like, of Naga, or no?
Well, you see, what he's building next as well. It's the Shivas on the Arc Warden. So he's really worried about all the illusions and everything.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to help stop a lot of the damage that comes onto him from the Naga. Not just the illusions, but also the main hero.
Oh, Tempest double. Yeah, Phaethon gets that dome, and well, he'll leave.
Just Phaethon his BKB's in like 100 gold or so.
Ogre's got that Midas. He's preying on the chances of wealth.
But this is exactly why I was surprised that Innocence didn't do it as well on the Undying. Like, you know this game's going long, right? And yes, obviously the Veil's going to be really good and things. You don't want to go too greedy if you can help it, but he's going to be so sad that Ogre... like, if the game goes really long, the Ogre has a Midas and he doesn't. Ogre's in trouble, though.
Yeah, I don't get to use that Midas while you're dead. Ame getting another kill and pushes in at that level 25 where he takes the Riptide armor. They'll catch Somnus, force the BKB. They don't have Abyssal to lock him down, but getting that BKB for not much is always great.
Yeah, that's a great BKB usage for LGD, and now they can just look to control them out while they know Lina doesn't have the BKB. See Eurus at the same time trying to shove in this bot lane.
Yeah, he's got his Shivas finished off. Ooh, Yang. And he's caught. Aether Remnant, Viper Strike, forcing the BKB once again. They'll start to turn, but again, that's a BKB that they get for Viper Strike, and they can continue to pressure this tier 2 tower, the Tombstone right next to it.
Look at the way he's putting the minefield sign as well under this remote mine, like next to the tier 2.
Took the Tombstone pretty quickly.
I hate this Techies Axe with the sign. I think it's crazy. It's such a fundamental component of the hero, though.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get rid of it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, the sign only really does anything with the axe, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying the normal minefield sign is the broken part.
Yeah.
Just like the mine games.
Tennessee goes in on the Tempest double. Backs out for a second. Soul Rip onto it. Ignite to try and push back this LGD squad, who now has a Satanic on the Naga Siren. 28,000 net worth, basically. This Naga hasn't stopped farming.
The only thing left to do is Moonshard Axe and sell the Midas. I guess if you get really late game, you can sell the BOTs as well, or like swap them out. But
I think Naga Siren Axe is like one of the best. I know not a lot of people agree, but I think that is a very good Axe. The health, you know, max per second and all that.
It's one of those Ags that is very good, but you hardly ever build it. Because why? Yeah, you can't afford to, because it's not your job to be healing people in the middle of fights, right? Like,
I think it definitely makes 4-position Naga viable, especially now. I wouldn't have been surprised if like a 4-position Naga came out.
I would. That hero doesn't like play the map. It's just its skill set innately is to split push into farm. Like obviously net is really good, but
Pistol on a Red Panda. Right click's coming in. They get the kill onto the Ogre. They'll take out one. Viper Strike onto the Tempest double. Should be another couple hundred gold in their pocket. Ooh, double Astral stepping into the Aether Remnant with the Yules, forcing the BKB once again. The first they bash onto Yang. He's trying to get out of this one. He'll pop the Void and start to run away. But again, they just don't have the control or the fight at the moment necessary to go into LGD, who are looking ripe and ready to go to the high ground. They're going to start this off with a song that catches the Arc Warden. Aether Remnant right on him. BKB's been popped by Somnus, but that's not their target. Their target is Eurus. They get the kill on to this Arc Warden, who is forced to buy back immediately. Ame locked down for a little bit. The Force Staff back. Can they keep him alive? The Soul Rip? No, the Aegis has been popped. So can they stay on the Naga Siren? They don't have Song anymore. The Astral Step in on the 3 heroes. Look at the Void hitting everybody on the side of OGD. Yang trying to come in. They've got FY moving forward as well. Out of Atos onto the Night Stalker. Ame in trouble. Not going to live. Goes down for 100 seconds. No buyback. OGD hints of a TI-8 as they go in too far.
Well, it wasn't awful for them. Like, it wasn't great, obviously, but they get the Arc Warden buyback, which is huge. I actually thought that fight was going to go a lot better for them. When they're, just as the Naga was about to respawn again because of the Aegis, the Void Spit went in and silenced everybody. I actually thought they were going to turn and try and fight there, because the Remote Mine came down at the same time and it did a lot of AoE damage, but the Naga tried to just back off.
And he got Ame. They took him out. They took him out twice.
Oh god.
He has died 12 times this game.
Yeah. I just haven't felt the impact from this Nature's Prophet though at all. That's like, obviously it's like a lot of the value from this hero that we've seen this game is hidden, because it's like split pushing, making sure that like the lanes are in a much better position than they would be because LGD is just shoving them in all the time. But
oh, Yang.
Oh.
Just dying to mines. Magic Lamp, Havoc Hammer. 40 movement speed for the techies as he hits level 20. So, you know, just the techies moving at 460 movement speed.
Yeah, he just took the magic lamp for a second and then put it back and he was like, okay, I won't take it. Somebody else have the magic lamp.
Going Nullifier into Moonshard for the Night Stalker, who's been surpassed in net worth. He's one of those net worths that I'm going to look at after the game is over. They found FY. Tombstone committed, missing the decay. They have Rod of Atos? Yes, they do. So right clicks will come out onto this Nature's Prophet, and they'll get the kill there on the FY.
Well, they'll
find Red Panda, catch him with the Yules. They've got the Silence. Viper Strike goes onto the high ground, but let's see if they persist.
He has BKB on Void Spit if he needs to use it here.
Yeah, and he will.
Fine. They need to farm up their neutral items on the Dire side, though. Like, the Radiant have all of theirs, and Dire don't have any. So, like, if you get an Illusionist cape on the Naga, for example, that's, like, perfect case scenario. She did go -5 Riptide armor as well.
Yeah, that's... So now minus 13 Riptide armor.
Yeah, and look how much armor the Arc Warden has. It's like... It's a decent amount from the with the Shivas and everything, but... They will get through him pretty quickly.
They are not finding the neutrals they would like.
Maybe it's bugged. No neutrals for LGD.
They only got the Prince's Knife. Oh!
Oh dear.
Spell Prism.
Oh.
Is that going to the techies? No, it's going to the Void Spirit.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I would have assumed it was going to the techies, but it's good on... I mean, it's good on Naga, it's good on techies, it's good on Void Spirit.
Yeah, it's just good on basically everybody on the team, honestly.
It's like we've said in previous casts, that item's never bad. Like, it's good on every hero. Just... Yeah. It's ridiculous.
They need one more neutral item. Ooh, Yang. Early BKB.
Yeah, I think he got caught by the Yules or something. I just... wasn't sure. I didn't see.
Oh, FY. Getting run down here by Ame, who gets another kill. He's 27. Like, this game can go a little bit longer, and all of a sudden, he's going to be level 30 ready to go, where he picks up the evasion, the ensnare cooldown, the strength, and the mirror image damage. Like, this is going to be pretty disgusting. Somnus, popping the BKB. They've got the Spark Wraith down.
There's going to be a Witless Shaco for the Naga if they want to take it. They want to find the Arc Warden.
Start with the song.
They know there's no BKB.
Tombstone comes in. And now they're gonna go and make the jump. They found Somnus as well as Eurus on the back lines, but the question is, do they want to commit? And they haven't done that just yet. They've got the glyph. They've killed off Yang. He's dead for 70 seconds, and he does not have buyback.
This Bloodlusted Tower, though, is doing a lot of damage. Oh, they caught the Arc?
Yeah, Eurus pops the BKB. Remember, he bought back just a couple minutes ago. They've got the Hex on the Techies. That's finished off, so Jin Q, he can come in and hex somebody out and make their game a little bit more difficult. The BKB now no longer available for Eurus, but the heroes on the side of LGD are a little bit low to the point where they want to move back. Roche in a minute and a half.
High ground is the worst enemy of everybody this game. Back to farming we go.
God, I can't even imagine Elephant trying to go high ground at the moment.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
don't talk about it. I love this Techie's Hex, though. He's level 22 and a half, though. Like, we're on the way to that level 25. And like I said, B-Cop, I hope you're ready for the sleep into the mines. Get them all moving in. Imagine if the AoE surge worked on mines.
Oh my god. Don't give me hope like that. By the way, Viper's gonna hit level 25. I want him to take the poison attack effects buildings again.
I don't. Not this game.
He was killing buildings in 6 shots.
It's not his job to hit buildings this game, though. I agree it was really good before, but
Radiant's
I
courier.
think this game, the silence has too much value.
Alright, well, he's going into the Axe. But...
got Axe
Minotaur
before
Horn.
setting his
Okay,
mind.
Red Panda. Minotaur Horn, Laguna Blade coming in from Somnus. They get the kill on the Jin Q. He's dead for 80 seconds, no buyback. MKB.
Oh, maybe he will then.
Yeah.
Maybe he does want to click. And they're going to go for the
knock,
bot too.
open up the door. It's poison attack.
Dire's
You're
bottom
done
tower
in
is
6
under
shots.
attack.
Long Roche.
Yeah, I don't know who that favours more, though, honestly. I think both teams kind of just... They get pick-offs, but nobody really commits to it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was at 3 minutes or 1 minute, I think both teams are just posture outside for ages.
OGD would probably love an Ag's Blessing. Put that on the Naga Siren. It would really help them trying to take the high ground. You just pop the song and
No,
heal up everybody.
I don't know if you do give the Axe Blessing to the Naga, because she's going to be able to farm it up at a decent speed by herself.
It fills me with
I think you give it to somebody else, like the Viper, for example, right?
Yeah, you know,
Or like
I don't
even-
hate that idea.
Even something like the Undying could be interesting. You have to play as if this game's going to carry on going, I think. Because like, what does Naga do when she gets slotted? Like, she's just going to start buying moonshards for other people. I don't know how great that sounds to like give her the axe. Just let her farm it herself.
38,000 net worth for the Naga Siren. That's crazy.
Look at these Techie's mines in the top jungle as well. Undying.
Nothing to say, really cleaning up. He's about to hit level 25 as well. And he did take the poison attack effects buildings again.
He did?
Nice.
Oh, okay. I think the silence was really good, but... Sure. Okay. We saw how strong it was before. We might see how strong it is again.
Dire are scanning.
Yang using that Dark Ascension. Potentially looking for somebody inside the trees. And then Void Spirit should be hitting that level 25 in just a second. Yeah, and the Dissimulate stun is going to be nice.
Yeah, that's a big one, especially because he has Spell Prism. It's like an 8.8 second cooldown stun that lasts for what, like 2.5 seconds, is it?
Yeah.
And there you go, he gets it.
So Roche is up. It's a Refresher Shard. They'll take it.
Who did he give it to? Maybe the Undying is pretty good.
Double Tombstone.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Who can hold it? God, everybody's
I mean, they
inventory
could give
is
it to
just
Void Spirit
massively packed.
potentially, but... Yeah, he's asking for it. Okay.
They've got the Abyssal in the backpack of the Naga Siren. Because Naga's got Midas and still Yeah, in and out of the backpack, has the boots of travel, and puts the BKB in the backpack. God, the inventory management right now is wild for the Naga.
Yang?
They've caught Yang. He's in a lot of trouble. Pops the BKB. And can they stick on to Yang? He doesn't have a TP, so he's looking dead on his screen already and will fall to Faith Beyond.
With the Viper Strike and the Skadi Slow both going through BKB, like, as soon as they get on top of him there and they're able to get the Viper Strike off, he's definitely dying.
And now they've got the Ags on Arc Warding, where he picks up a Haste and an Arcane Rune.
Top lane.
They'll go with the Song. They're going to look for Somnus. And they don't have the Abyssal to follow this up immediately. So the BKB is out from Somnus. He's going to try and run. The Lincolns gets popped. And that's on the Abyssal. Four step onto the high ground. They've got nothing to say nearby. And they'll catch him with the Yules. So now Somnus in some trouble. He's going to be hexed by Xingqiu. They'll kill him off and find the Lina 100 seconds dead. No buyback.
Arme is playing so well on this Naga. Like, not only split pushing and like shoving lanes out and being in the right place, he's set up so many kills this game. Not even just in this late game scenario. Remember that fight up in the top lane earlier? Feels like he's hardly put a foot wrong the whole game.
Ooh, Faith Beyond Satanic and taken out. And here comes the poison attack effects buildings.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Shiva's popped by the Tempest double. They've got
Oh
the
my god, this
glyph.
attack speed on the tower.
Gonna say he's at about half health, and yeah, the attack speed on the tower. They've got the repair kit. They really need to take this thing out. It's doing a lot of damage onto these heroes. Faith Beyond down to about a quarter health. Ame, he's in trouble as well. I mean, it's the Sprout, it's the Dome, everything making this more and more difficult. Finally, the shots from afar, the poison attack effects buildings takes it out. They finally get the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, I don't think Radiant have don't think they have any repair kits left. Yeah, they don't. So this is like where their high ground defense has been really strong so far with the repair kit and the Bloodlust. It's not quite the same anymore.
Oh my god, they've got the sign up in the base. Abyssal.
Eurus?
Eurus is in trouble. He signs up, pops the BKB. They've got the Astro Step coming in for nothing to say, and there's Yang jumping into the backlines. He's popped the BKB. He blinks on top of the side of LGD. And a lot of damage on these LGD heroes. They just haven't got the finish on any of them.
Jeez. That was...
Elephant.
I don't know whether he mismicroed there slightly on Eurus or something, but that hero just went in. That was crazy.
Xingqiu getting close to level 25. Oh, Somnus caught by the mines in the base.
Bottom tower.
I'm pretty sure
You
they
knew-
just saw them, didn't they?
They knew they were there with the sign down, or you'd assume that, right?
He like
Yeah.
just dies for a long time. He's like, "Oh, guys, I'll be back soon. Don't worry." Oh, never mind.
hold for 100, thanks, guys.
LGD won't believe how lucky they are with that, though. Now they'll be like, "Oh, we can just go again." Like Viper's just TPing in.
Tempest double getting run down. They've got the Octarine core finished off on the Techies. Techies with just as much net worth as the mid Lina. Naga was 666 on the CS.
The way it is, just the way it is.
And poison attack affects buildings. And the racks will go.
Radiant's middle tower is falling. Radiant's top tower.
40 seconds until the Lina is up. Astral step forward. Tempest double pops the BKB. Tombstone committed. And they're going to just try and take this tier 3 in the top lane. Should be able to take it in a couple more hits. Nothing to say. Jumps to the backlines. Finds himself Eurus. But now he's forced to pop the BKB. Goes into the Res Impulse as well as the Dissimulate backing off. That'll stun up the Tempest double. Throw out that stun onto Ame. But they are losing their racks. And they've lost mid. They've lost top.
Yeah, he's just creating chaos on the Void Spirit in the backline while the Naga's just like mowing through the buildings. I know this game was really close for so long, and then like a couple of bad pickoffs to the Radiant side, and the LG have just punished them massively.
They'll look for Innocence. He just wants that bounty rune.
He has no force stuff. He's
Yeah, he's dead.
on cooldown.
Ike's picked up for the Ogre. That could be pretty significant if he's able to multicast that.
Oh yeah, I've I've tried to blink in find a Tinker before in a pub game and like hex him up, and there were just 4 heroes like all stood next to each other. Just 4 times multicast hex just wins you the game sometimes.
I love that Void Spirit has this casual level 1 Dagon at the moment.
Myself right.
Sure, why not? I was wondering whether FY would build a Dagon 1 this game as well, up against the Naga, just to kill the illusions, like in one shot. So, because for people that don't know, Dagon just instantly kills illusions.
Techies is so farmed, and he's got this Philosopher's Stone still.
Few things. And I don't know, honestly, like he's done. Oh god, the mines.
Wait, can you look? Can you look at this?
The mines. They're coming.
Dun 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 ba ba da dun dun ba 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 dun 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 dun. It's the March of the Mines. Yang, as well as Red Panda, gonna get caught here. Silence is out onto both those heroes. They get the kill on Yang. They'll look over at Red Panda, who pops the Minotaur horn. He's trying to run, but he's right here next to these LGD heroes and will eventually fall. The question is to who?
I don't know. This game looks so miserable to play for Elephant.
Yeah.
Just so miserable. I like that Arme has Bloodthorn queued up as well. The Arc Warden has a Butterfly now, and he has the Radiance Mischances on top of that. So he needs to make sure he builds some form of True Strike here on the Naga. And the Bloodthorn's really good with Illusion heroes. Oh, the mines are coming in.
The migration of the mines takes place in December. In late December, the mines find a new, warmer home. Eurus. Tempest Double just trying to defend. Faith Beyond taking a lot of...
Oh. Kale.
Little lag coming in.
This Radiance Arc Warden feels so underwhelming. I know the mischance has been really good this game against the Naga, because now he's stacked it up with Butterfly, but it feels like his hero just doesn't do any damage. Like, the only reason he's got damage at the moment is because he's like eating a DD from the Runeforge. So like he's really annoying to deal with and he's hard to kill, but I don't see them killing the Naga anymore. I don't know, you know, famous last words, but like they have no right-click damage on their team, right? Like Night Stalker does some, Arc Warden does some, Nina does some.
Extra step forward, Aether Remnant. BKB's been popped by Eurus, so backing off. Tempest Double will be hit by that Aether Remnant, and the mines are starting to come in here. And we'll get to this base eventually. They've got the Aether Remnant right onto Eurus once again. They'll look over the Tempest Double to get the kill on that. Astral Step, as well as the silence out of 3 of these heroes. The mine's starting to explode, but the glyph. So now the mine's backing away from the tower. He's microing his mine so well.
Yeah. They have so much.
They've got the Hex onto the Nature's Prophet. FY in some trouble. The Aether Remnant locks him up. They've got the Silence as well as the Abyssal Blade being used by Ame right into the Nature's Prophet. They'll put him into the Dome. They'll survive, force that back, but eventually Faith Beyond with one more right click will get that kill. Look at these mines coming in! They walked over to Somnus. They got the kill.
Oh, the remotes.
Hex up this Eurus Arc Warden. They'll get the kill. The buyback comes out from all 3.
Look at the remote mines.
Oh my god. The mines. They chase down Somnus.
Amazing. What a spectacle.
Oh. FY? FY?
Wouldn't kill him. He has pipe.
He's gotta be careful though. Those mines can do it. I didn't know how many were there too.
What makes me laugh is the remote mines are like elephants. So while they're walking in, elephants are getting killed by elephants. And how must that feel mentally?
Not good.
Getting killed by your own.
If I'm LGD, I kind of want to finish this before the tier 5s, though. Some of those items make net worth not a number. $42,000 net worth. Is this a little bit of revenge for last time, you think? They're going to go in. They've got the Hex on a Jinkyu. And they will take out this Techies really quickly. They'll buy back immediately. They'll look over at Somnus. He's going to get low. The right click's coming in from Faith Beyond. Will finish off the Luna. They're going to force that for themselves, looking for the backlines. They found themselves here as well as have the Yules on him. So he's hacked, locked down, killed off. GG is called by Elephant. And finally, LGD They'll start this best of 5 off with a victory, and they'll be up 1-0.
LGD.
Great way to start the series, though. This was a great game. You know, when we came into the series, we said, you know, LG look like they have dominated them, you know, quickly.
Yeah.
In a lot of their games. You know, the whole 4 games they've played have been under 2 hours in total. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
You come into this game, you think you've prepped for that, and you think you've prepped for LGD for the way they've played for like this whole tournament. All of a sudden they open techies, and you're like, what? Like, this is completely different to what they've done for the rest of the tournament. Like, we know they can play techies, but they haven't picked it this whole OGA event.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, does our preparation just go out the window and then we do something completely different? Because then this last pick Naga comes through, and it's like, well, they haven't played that this whole tournament either. And I've said to you in this tournament before that LGD, I think they have the capability to play every single hero well across their whole board. Because I think Faith, Bian, and Jinky have such a crazy hero pool. I think Ame has played a lot of heroes in his time, like in that position 1 role. And they won't be afraid to bring them out if they think it's a good game for them. Like, this last pick Naga comes out and they're like, well, we don't have any wave clear or like magic damage. So they're building things that they can to help, like